Whew. Hey folks, so we're going to talk about today. We are going to talk about the power of positive thought and why we need to stay positive no matter what life throws at us. I hope you liked that introduction. That was a little bit different. That was from, I guess, a good friend of mine, Pete Malloy from JPM Media. We met, Pete and I, when was it? It was about a year ago at an event run by Terra Computers. He was videoing the event. We'd done a little interview. We connected on LinkedIn. We've kind of kept in touch since then. Pete saw me doing these videos and he was like, you know what, Craig, I would love to make you a new intro. Something a little bit different, something a little bit flashy for your vlogs. And you know what? Thank you very much, Pete. There's something very special about making these videos and for them to be so compelling and so exciting, I guess, that other people want to get involved. That was really cool of you to make that introduction. Folks, let me know what you think of Pete's work. By all means, I'll drop Pete's details down below so you can connect with him as well. Thank you very much, man. It's been a total pleasure. So, around 6 months ago, a good friend of mine sent me a video by an Admiral William McRaven. Okay, so this guy gave an incredible speech, like one of those speeches that goes down in history. And you've probably seen it. In fact, it's got hundreds of millions of views across the various different edits on YouTube. I'm going to link the video below. You definitely need to watch it if you haven't watched it so far. And essentially, he lays out some rules, some advice as an admiral of the things he's learned over the years that if you take heed of, he thinks you will have a more successful life, a more happy life, and a more content life. I've got to admit, I loved the video. The video was sent to me by a good friend, John Towers of MacGregor. MacGregor is a managed service provider over in Edinburgh. I love the guys and girls over there. They've got an amazing team, amazing culture. They provide a great service. We're good friends and sending them some love. But anyway, John sent me this video and he sent me it because I was having a hard time. I'm a very positive person, but about 6 months ago, I was just finding things getting on top of me. John noticed it, sent me the video, and you know what? It really helped. It kind of helped me reframe things in my mind and allowed me to get back to my positive self. So, what was the big message that I took away? Well, interestingly, it's been kind of coming back into my mind over the last couple of weeks because I've been speaking to some friends who have unfortunately went through some pretty challenging times themselves. So, the big message that I've been reminded of recently is simply make your bed. Make your bed in the morning, the first thing you do, the first task of the day. Admiral McRaven suggests that when you get up, you make your bed. You complete that first task and you do it well. That means that you have a sense of pride straight away. You go on to the rest of the day knowing the first task has already been knocked out of the park and you're able to step forward with confidence that your day is going to be a good one. If the day turns to utter then you know that you're going to come home to a nicely made bed and you tried your very best. It's a very, very positive way to start the day. And thankfully I can already make my bed, not to military fashion, I must admit. But it was a nice reminder of the importance of putting the first step forward well and also keeping a positive mindset from the very start of your day. Now, a massive thanks to John for sending me that video. A big shout out to him. He is a military man himself, and I've got to admit, I've got a huge amount of respect for anyone who's served in the military. It's something I have a huge amount of admiration for. I just don't think I'd ever have it in me to be able to have done it myself. But yeah, what an amazing guy. So thank you, John. So as I mentioned, recently I've had reasons to reflect back on Admiral McRaven's speech. Sadly, one of Utopia's good friends was recently diagnosed with encephalitis. It's basically it's an inflammation of the brain. It's not a nice thing to have. It's very dangerous. It's life-threatening. But he was, when I last met him, full of positivity, and you know, he continually inspires me. He inspired me before all of this, and he continues to do so to this day. When speaking to him, he well, in fact, first I would say that Kaz and I, Kaz being my wife and also the finance director at Utopia, decided we were going to raise some money for encephalitis, and we ran the Inverness Half Marathon. Wearing the t-shirt just now, more on that later. But yeah, when I was speaking to him, he was the power of positivity that he always has been. And he told me that when it was really bad and he was first in hospital and things weren't great and he was feeling terrible, that every single day he woke up and he made his bed. He got out of the hospital bed, he made his bed, he had a shower, he got ready, he'd done all the things he could to be able to keep a positive mindset and not let his body think that, wait a minute, I'm not well. And that really struck with me, you know, the power of being able to do that when that level of, you know, bad news is on your shoulders is quite something. I have another friend who whose dad unfortunately has cancer, and it's been, you know, it's been a long journey for his dad, but he is literally the most positive guy in the world. Like, he just does not give in, and for me, you know, that is an inspiration, because I don't know how I could react if I had that situation. And you know, he has just been inspiring for years, which is incredible. And then I just had coffee a couple of weeks ago with another friend. She unfortunately got diagnosed with breast cancer about a year ago, and she's looking amazing. And in telling her story of her journey through this process, again, she's very much focused on how positive she needed to stay, and she managed to keep herself positive through the whole process. And I was just blown away by the strength of all of these people. And thankfully, I've not had to go through any kind of life-changing things like that. I touch wood, you know, not had that. But it's been making me think about the power of positive thought and how we can use that, not just when we have life-changing things like that happening, but how we can use it every day just to make our visions become a reality. So Craig, bring this back round. We started with the power of positive thought. Why is that important? We then spoke about people who have influenced me and who have inspired me to stay positive no matter what life throws at me. And I guess over the past 8 years, my team have also inspired me, because I've laid down a vision of Utopia transforming from a PC repair store into one of the UK's best system builders. We have visions on being one of the world's best system builders, and my team have, through the power of keeping positive and working hard, have been able to deliver on that. Just last week, we picked up the Best System Builder in the UK award at the PCR Awards in London. You might see that vlog, I'll drop that down below. Follow our adventures, it was a fantastic trip. But yeah, we picked it up against massive brands that we have a huge amount of respect for, companies like PC Specialist. You know, these are awesome companies, but Utopia, based in Kilmarnock, we've done it. And we've done it through being positive, keeping an eye on where we want to be, and waking up every day knowing that is what we want to achieve. As a team, we're going to get there. And we've done it. Incredible. So the power of visualization, the power of positivity is a real one. And what's really cool is, 8 years ago, we were what felt like very alone in being a tech firm in Kilmarnock, having this vision of being the world's best in Kilmarnock. Everyone always said to us, well, why do you do that in Kilmarnock? Why don't you go to Glasgow? Why don't you go to Edinburgh? Why don't you go to London? Those are places where tech firms go. And for us, we didn't need anything else than being in Kilmarnock. We had great people, we had a great environment, we had a supportive community around us, we had talented people on our doorstep that could do the roles we needed to be a successful company. And what's really cool is we're now seeing lots and lots of other people around us all seeing the same thing we saw all that many years ago. We have people like Marie Macklin building the Halo project beside Ayrshire College. We're going to have one of the world's best innovation centres. It's going to be an environmentally friendly, leading edge, just amazing place to work, live, spend time. It's so cool. We've got the Ayrshire Growth Deal, which is going to give us one of the fastest internet connections to the States in the world. So the west coast of Scotland, if you are a trader, if you want to have a super low latency internet connection, then hopefully in a handful of years, the west coast of Scotland is going to be where you want to be. And it's just, this is what's exciting for me. These people who have this really, really exciting, positive vision for the future. So thank you to my friends who keep me positive and remind me of the importance of being positive, because sometimes life is a little bit tricky and sometimes it's hard to always stay positive, but they all remind me of the importance of it. Thank you to the Inverness Half Marathon organisers, the Encephalitis Society, for all your support for the run. That's another example of positive thought, because actually both Kaz and I managed to smash our half marathon times on that race. It was windy, it was rainy, it was positive, there was loads of people there with smiles on their faces, but I think it was because we knew it was for a good cause, that it meant it was very easy for us to beat our PBs on that day. And that is all for today. If you've liked this video, then please hit like, hit the comments below, keep me in touch, let's keep the conversation going. I'm loving chatting to everyone, and yeah, looking forward to seeing you in the next video.